Responding to a comment on the previous video about the launch of DARPA's new USX Defiant, the comment was, does the United States currently have unmanned submarines? The answer is yes, we do. Manta Ray UUV Prototypes completes in-water trials. DARPA program exhibits modular first-of-its-kind capabilities. That is the Manta Ray. This was launched a couple years ago. This article is May 1st of it completing its first in-water trials. This is just one of a couple of different kinds of publicly acknowledged kinds of Navy unmanned submarines. This is a second one. Navy's 84-foot Orca unmanned submarine will be a Minelayer at first. The first Boeing-built Orca unmanned submarine will begin testing this summer, and its first mission will be laying sea mines. You can see the christening of the vessel, and this just goes through kind of what it does. It certainly isn't specific at all. Obviously, this is shrouded in secrecy. This is a rendering of it. 85 foot long, and I believe it said how many tons? 80 tons. I'm sorry, 34-foot mine-carrying module. It's modular. You can remove packages, add packages as needed. It's diesel-electric. Orca's hybrid diesel-electrical propulsion system will run silently beneath the waves, using lithium-ion batteries also. And this just goes through it and kind of its development. This obviously shows some of the things it might be used for. A screenshot from a video animation clip of an Orca placing something on the seafloor. And this is a graphic for the future. Efficient, executable progression of capabilities through various UUV systems. And those are those. And this will likely be the ship that carries a lot of these. USS Herschel Woody Williams is at anchor in Chesapeake Bay, shown here. And this is an article out of the War Zone. Navy's huge expeditionary sea bases could become drone motherships. So there's already clearly a plan, a doctrine, starting to take shape for an unmanned submarine fleet. I'm going to come back to Manta Ray here. Just the possibilities of what an uncrewed submarine would be capable of in the depths of the ocean. One, you don't have to have a pressure hull. So depth really goes as deep as your technology can take you. You no longer have to worry about the humans inside. What are the speeds achievable by something like this? They have to be crazy. We know back in the 60s, the Soviets had a torpedo that went 200 nautical knots right here. The Shkval. And its descendants were supercavitating torpedoes originally developed by the Soviet Union and were capable of speeds of in excess of 200 knots or 230 miles an hour. No, I'm certainly not insinuating that this vessel is capable of that. But what I am saying is that the possibilities are limitless. If you don't have a pressure hull, which is the main thing that keeps depth an issue, is that you have to have a pressure hull. If you don't have to have a pressure hull, imagine a fleet of these things scouring the ocean, going from target to target. This also has what they call a modular mission capability, where you can remove one suite, put in another suite. And the shape of it looks like a fighter craft in the water. It looks like a fighter in the water, which when you don't have to have a pressure hull is very possible. So yes, the United States has unmanned submarine programs as well. They're very far advanced. They're so advanced that we're looking at the systems to utilize those submarines, such as the Woody Williams and her sister ship, the Puller. These are converted cargo ships that the United States, this article is very interesting actually. It goes into this company here, NASCO, which is known for building tankers and cargo ships out of Alaska, converted these to Navy sea-based ships. I think it's a fantastic idea. And I think this needs to be something the Navy thinks about quite a bit. Off-the-shelf conversion, taking items, ships, right off the shelf, converting them for your use. Here's one that's been rendered to show it as basically a mini carrier. These are great ideas, especially if you have the naval capability in order to keep these ships safe. Because as you can see, they're not purpose-built warships, and they're certainly not going to have the capabilities of a purpose-built warship. But what they can be is a great drone mothership, as we can see from this rendering right here. They're launching the Orca. So this isn't just some random submarine that they're putting in here graphically. That is the Orca. They're putting it in a chamber and getting ready to launch. What if you also had the capabilities to launch and recover fleets of mantas? That'd be phenomenal. Basically sweep the sea clear from under, on, and above. Because now in a separate article here on the Warzone, they talk about the Loyal Wingman project, where fighters, F-35s, are going to be paired with drone aircraft as their wingmen. The autonomous world is getting frightening. Skynet is here. Hopefully it doesn't turn on us. Oh, and by the way, just a little side note. There's an article in the Warzone today right about that. This is how the military wants AI to help control America's nuclear arsenal. That ends well. We all saw Terminator. This is going to end real well. But until that time, we'll wonder at the systems that are going to be used against us when our robotic overlords take over the earth. Until then, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming by. Thank you. Hit the like, subscribe, share it with a friend. We do have an autonomous submarine program. It goes hand in hand with our surface, air, maybe nuclear. Yes, as well.